Welcome all, welcome all. I am Carl, and this is your Wallaby Racing League Tier 3 Round 7, I believe, as we had the makeup in Netherlands. We've just seen the Tier 4 boys have a run around at Spain. Pretty crazy race, with plenty happening there, so I expect we'll see nothing less from some of these Tier 3 drivers tonight. As we might just want to have a quick update on the championship. After 6 rounds, so I guess there's 18 odd races. We're probably at the third of the way mark through the season. And we've got Pinju, who's got a 20-point lead. Make that 30-point lead, actually, over Kahoot in second, Zukazu in third. They're both on 127 and 126 points, respectively. We've got Lime Soda on 118 and Defeated Demo bringing up the top 5 at 103. So, going to be looking at a couple of these drivers tonight, as we've got Pinju and Kahoot up to their old tricks, swapping names. Kahoot sucks. Must be Pinju. Got a few drivers starting their outlap now. Let's go on board with Easy Reaper here. Had a pretty good race through the field last time out of China. Qualified, I think he qualified back in P18, but was able to come up to P5, so we're looking to qualify just a bit further up. As Nemesis Cruise puts down the first of the proper fast laps at a 1:13.0. And Arthur just bests that by about a quarter of a second with a 1:12.7 here. I think we'll be looking to get into the mid to low 12s by the end of quali, as Lime Soda puts it up into P2 with a 1:13 flat, as Easy Reaper comes off across the line to finish that lap with a 1:13.5. Be tipping he'd be wanting to improve a bit on that, as Mini Giorgio has come through freshly up from Tier 4. Probably not freshly up, probably a few races since now. But I think he's shown us that he's in the correct tier now. Tier 3 for sure. So the skillsy sandbagging system called him out after a few races, as he was just dominating. Trying to catch another driver on the lap. I think most of the guys here coming back into the pits. Zukazu, he's up there in the championship too. He'll be looking to continue his good run of form. Last time I commentated in Netherlands, he had quite a good race. Netherlands reverse, picking up, I think it was a P3 or a P4 there. As Unique's just popped up into the top 5 too with a 1:13.0. That is a good lap. A good banker there from him. So Aston Martin's in P5, P6 here. Gotta say I'm pretty happy with that one. So we'll go on board with Zukazu. He's gonna start his lap here. Kahoot and Pinju both down P14, P15 now, I've just noticed as well. Right up there in the championship, but not great first runs by them. At a second off the pace at the moment, so must have both made some kind of a mistake. As we see, Zukazu goes purple middle. It's probably one of the hardest corners, that one at the top of the hill there for me, personally. And then it should be flat all the way, a bit of downshift into 6. He's not used all his play for a 1:12.9. Very strong time there for his first lap from Zuka. So we do now see some of these drivers coming out for their second lap. What can Mini Giorgio do? Can he put in, as Kahoot improves sharply to a 1:13.0, that's more like it. That's what you ought to see from the guy battling for the championship. I'm wondering what can Pinju do. Pinju's just started his lap. So we'll have a look at how he is through the sectors. It's a little bit up on the curb there, but you can get away with that. This long right-hander that just eats your tyres during the race like you wouldn't believe. It's probably going to be a lot of intrigue here tonight too. Is it a one-stop? Is it a two? Safety cars are going to come into it. I think we saw just before on the Tier 4 race, if you get a safety car early and that just it makes you able to extend that first stint on the meds, it does make that one stop a lot more doable. Also really depends on how good or bad you are on your tyres. Like, I'm shocking, so it's always difficult for me, but I know a few guys out there who are always looking to do a one stop because they can just make the tyres just last. And it does pay big on this game, being able to save the tyres. Pinju's going to come across the line for a slight improvement or no improvement or invalidation. One of the two. Anyway, let's go on board with Mini Giorgio. How's he looking? 0.015 down on his time, and we've got a yellow flag. A Ferrari had a spin. Wogjet's had a spin in the final corner, and him and Birdie are both P19, P20. Birdie has not set a lap yet as Mini Giorgio comes across the line and gains a couple tenths in that last sector. It's put down a 1:12.5. That's going to be very hard to beat as Easy Reaper pops up into the top 3 there with a 1:12.8. That's a fantastic lap from him there too. It's already off to a much better start, or quali should I say, than he had last race around China. It's good for him. As just trying to look down here, is Pinju getting ready to go again, or is he coming in? He's coming in. Jerobot 1:13.3, but he has set the fastest first sector, I believe. As you see there, I think he might have been one of the Mercs getting out of the way. Is Jerobot be looking to put himself up? Or can he be looking to put himself into that top 10 at least? What can he do? And he goes 6 with a 112.990. That is a good second lap from him. So we're seeing quite a bit of improvement from some of the drivers. Maybe not getting their first lap right. And just trying to pick up somebody else. I think that's Zucker. He must be on another flyer here. Had a very strong 112.9 banker. Let's see what he can do. Damn, I can't see the chat on my light stream, so I have not been able to see any of this. I am not responsible for the no park Ferme because I am just the comms guy. I ain't no host. Zugazoo coming through the last turn, and he'll improve by about half a tenth. Probably was going to be looking for a little bit more than that, but it's still P5. As while that was going, I missed Arthur. Flew through to do a 112.3. That is a seriously good time for tier 3. That is going to be real hard to beat. Probably only see Mini Georgia have been able to get near that, unless some of the other guys have got a bit in hand. So you got Combo, must be on a in lap. We got Pinju. He is on a hot lap, so let's see how he's going to go here. Wow, he's 3/10 up first sector, which is exactly what he needs, to be honest. Let's go and have a look at the lobby settings. There's a bit of chitter chatter. Oops, that's my own assists. Pardon me. Steering off on full automatic. That's all good. Oops. Weather, dynamic, realistic. I feel like that's meant to be approximate. Park Ferme off. Strict. Most emissive. What do we want to do? What do we want to do with this? We just have weather and Park Ferme. That is potentially not right. I mean, even if we restart the lobby after quali, Park Ferme is still going to be technically off, because everyone's going to get the chance to do their setup again. But while that was happening, Pinju put himself right back up there where he deserves to be, I'd say. P3 with a 112.5, so a little bit of gap between 3rd and 4th, and then from 4th all the way down to pretty much 10th, 9th, 10th, you've got about 2 tenths. So, very compact field. I mean, pretty much down to 13th, you're only 2 tenths, so extremely compact competitive field that we have come to know at Wallaby. Some of the most competitive, if not the most competitive, in league racing. And we are pressing on. The king has spoken, and he has said, let's just run it. Something, just run it. Well, won't try to guess what that is. Yep, yeah, I agree, Duck. Everyone's just going to get Park Ferme again. I mean, I don't know how many people would have cottoned onto it and adapted their setup based off it, but Maybe Arthur's running like a 45-45 for this quali, and then he's going to turn his wings down. But I doubt it. So you look down through the field. We got Jerobot. He's gone out early to start his flyer. Let's see what he could do. As Birdie is out, I'm assuming he had a quali ban. Probably should have just checked this before the race. Who's got quali bans and who doesn't. But is Birdie in the session? Hope he is. As Mini Giorgio's improved to 112.4, but he's now in the pit, so that's his quali done. And I reckon this is going to be Jerobot's final lap 2 as he comes out of the final corner for a 1:12.699. Great lap there. Provisional P4 for him. I think he'll be happy with that, but it's just a question of the guys behind. Oh, and Reaper has a 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking. This has happened to me before. I've seen it before as well, happen to other people. Try not to follow too close when you're on your out lap, because it can happen, and that's ruined his quali now. But it's all good. These guys starting quite close together, their quali laps. Obviously not too worried about dirty air. As we probably go on board. Pinju's just starting his lap. Arthur is, geez, pretty much used all of his ARS. Coming into this last sector. Personally, I would have maybe saved a bit more. But let's see what he can do. Can he best a 1:12.3? And no, not quite. Only managed a 1:12.7. Cross-Eyes Gaming also just nipped up into the top 4 there with a 1:12.6. And Pinju's just gone purple middle. As it looks like Kahoot's not on a, maybe not on a good enough lap, but let's see. Pinju, is he going to be able to take pole here and extend his lead in the championship? No. 1:12.4, still good, still good. And Kahoot, something happened there. His 1:13.0 seems a bit slower than he'd probably be hoping for. So that is your grid. Because I don't think Zukazu is on a lap with that amount of battery. So that is your grid for Tier 3 Spain. Arthur, who I think is going to get his first pole of the season here with a 1:12.3, which he actually did on his second run. So congrats to Arthur there. Pinju P2, that'll be good enough to keep his championship fight alive, especially with Kahoot so far back. We've got Mini Giorgio, Cross-Eyes, and Jerobot with the end of the top 5 there. Unique, Brandy, Zuka, Easy Reaper. He's going to drop back another 5 places because of that illegal blocking penalty, which is unlucky. Then we've got Pep, Cruz, Lime Soda, Little Flavs, Panache, Kahoot, Combo, defeated Demo, and I better start the video.
Well then, here we go. It is round 6 and we are here at Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix, fresh from the mystery round. There's only been one driver to get 2 wins here at the Spanish Grand Prix. That is Car Gamer. He is no longer with us anymore. So as we move into the second third of the season, we have 3 sectors here. We will race around for 33 laps. The track lap record is 1 minute 11.383 by Lando Norris back in 2024. We have two DRS stones, one down the main straight and one down the back there. We have 14 corners. We have 6 to the left and 8 to the right. Let's have a look at the tyre compounds we have for you this evening. We have the soft, medium and hard, the C3, C2 and C1 tyre compounds. All 3 of them will get smashed this afternoon. Will it be a 1-stop? Will it be a 2-stop? We are about to find out. We've got 4 tiers for you this week that will be racing in the Spanish Grand Prix.
And we are here waiting for the drivers to line up on the grid. Here they are. 1 red light, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5 red lights. And we're off and racing here in Spain. And Arthur looked to get a good jump off the line. And Arthur's going to lead into turn 1 from Mini Giorgio and Pinju. Then we've got Cross Eyes in 4th. They look to get through turn 1s, 2 and 3 all in one piece. We've got Jerobot battling Zukazoo and Unique Throne. So Unique Throne's had a great start here, up to P5. And he's battling Jerobot here. Can he hold him off? Yes, he can. Let's get some data. So Unique up 1, most drivers up 1 or down 1. We've got Panache, who's made a bit of a move off the start, up 3 places to P10. Let's have a look at these tyres. Everyone opting for the medium except a couple guys at the back, hoping to go long, hoping for an ideal safety car window potentially to open up. So we're just trying to find a barrel back here in the field. So we've got Pep very close to the back. And Kahoot, ooh, and that's Panache. He's gone wide and he's going to leave a few go past him here. Slime Soda's going to take advantage of that wide move here and go through to P11. So that's unfortunate for Panache. He's lost a few positions after gaining a few positions, and we're going to have to go on board with Kahoot here because I think this guy's got a lot more pace than the guys ahead. Don't know what happened in the quali, but he'll be looking to make a move pretty quickly here. Is he going to dive? No, thinks better of it. He's driving smart. And Cross Eyes has had an incident here. Cross Eyes is dropping back through the field, and it's all happening P4, P5, 6, 7, and 8. There are your tyre strategies on the screen as Cruz is going to go up on Jerobot as Unique. Oh, and Cruz is almost running to the back of his teammate. And he's just going to lose out on Jerobot, unfortunately. So we've got battling everywhere here. Pep and Cross Eyes now. And who's that pitting? That is Unique pitting. That must be some kind of a wing change. It's the only reason to pit the end of lap 2, unfortunately. As let's just have a look. Although we've got, so let's see, is he gonna put on a new wing? Yes, he is. It's front wing change. Go back up the front. Arthur, Giorgio, and Pinju have kind of cleared off a bit. There's a bit of battling behind that's kind of given them. Oh, Pinju's almost run to the back of Arthur there. Got a little bit overzealous on the brakes. So just look at Brandy and Zuka. I don't think these guys want to battle too much more. They're starting to lose sight of those leading drivers. Just go on board now with Kahoot, who's looking around the outside of Pep after the back straight, and that is some clean driving. Pep's going to try hold it around the outside. I don't think that's going to work. And Kahoot, he's up into P9. So that's what you call up 6 places in 4 laps. So he's going to keep moving up as Cruz goes straight back past Jerowat. And I believe Brandy got the move done on Zukazu. So let's see if he can now go after these leaders. He's up 3. He's got 2.5 seconds to make up. So we're now going to move back to these leaders here. Pinju. Pinju's just maybe sitting back. He's got the championship on his mind. Doesn't need to do anything crazy. His rivals 6-7 places back. So he's chilling. I think he's chilling. I would be chilling. And yeah, Techie, I was worried that that video was not going to end in time. New for this season, these race preview videos. And I do think they're quite good. Skills he's obviously putting in quite a bit more effort to try and make the stream stand out. And I think he's doing a fantastic job. But it is always something to remember. As Kahoot, as Cruz goes fastest of the race with a 1:15.8, and he's starting to close in on Zuka as Kahoot has gone through on cross-eyes as I say that. And that's up 7 positions into P8, so he's flying. Don't know what happened in quali, but he's flying. These top 3 continuing to just hold position, but as they do, Brandy catches up and he brings with him Zuka, he brings Cruz, Jerobot, and Kahoot's joining the party too. So this race is far from over. The top 3 are not able to clear off. Just have a look down the field as Edge and Easy Reaper go wheel to wheel here. Edge is going to try look around the outside, switch back, and you can't win around the outside of this corner. But is he going to be able to stick it? No, that's a yield. That was almost a great move, but not quite, as we've had a change up at the front. Pinju has decided it's time. He's got Brandy and the rest of the field starting to form up behind him, so he's decided it's time to go have a look at the back of the Haas. Things have just started to stabilize a little bit here. No one really looking for a move at this point in time. Damo's also had a good race here, up 5. And looks like he's got the pace. Oh, and Life Soda, as we ride on with Damo, has a big moment, but manages to get off unscathed and only loses a couple positions. So not the end of the world here for Lime Soda, although he's not had the greatest of starts. As Kahoot, his charge forward has just slowed just a little bit. Maybe he's recharging the battery, maybe he's his tyres. We'll never know. But also, I've missed a big move for the lead. Pinju's gone through on Giorgio, so Pinju, as I said, he's decided it's time to go, as the rest of the field probably just started to get a bit too close for his liking. I think Brandy's keen to get in on the action too. He's been closing slowly over Arthur. Brandy, who I think actually has another name, which I can never remember, but I'm going to call him Brandy. Ooh, and that dirty air, you can just see that dirty air effect. It is really bad at speed. There's a lot of those high speed, long right-handers, really, which really cook the left tyres. Actually, the left tyres probably. Ooh, was Arth had a big moment there, coming out of the hill, coming up the hill, and that gave Brandy the position. Just look at Cruz, Jerabot. They're all looking as the leaders are battling here, and it's Pinju on the outside, and looks like Mini Georgia's just retaking the lead there with a bit of DRS, and then these two just started to clear off. Oh, and there's a collision there. Brandy's gone for a move up the inside at Arthur, and it's not worked out, unfortunately. Yeah, don't know if the move was on. Not a steward, but might be deemed an NFA on first glance. That's Kahoot. It's now pretty close to Jerabot. I think he'd be... As Jerabot goes a bit wide there, this is going to leave him a little bit exposed coming through these last few corners. Let's see, can Kahoot get yet another position? And it's just so hard to stay close through this final turn. The dirty air through those high speed right-handers. And he's burning, but it's not going to be enough. Looks like Lime Soda is going to go through down the inside on Wogjet, and he'll get the position done pretty nicely. To back up at the front, Mini Giorgio, he's gone 1.2 clear of Pinji now, so he's starting to eke out a little bit of a margin. Lap 9 on the meds, this is when they start to get pretty stinky. You can take it more than 10 laps, you're doing a good job. As again, Kahoot closing up on Jerabot. It's pretty much P2 to P10, all within DRS. Might be a little bit closer here, Kahoot, so we'll be able to make the move. It's very difficult. Very difficult. This track. It's going to let it cruise for a bit. Zuka taking a pretty wide line. So Cruz is at a good race too, up 5 positions. Kahoot, we know, obviously up 8. Damo up 6 as well. The McLarens are having a good race after pretty average qualifying. Now with Arthur ahead of Pinju, Mini Giorgio just starting to extend his lead a bit. As we got Kahoot so close to the back of Jerabot. Is he going to make a dive? No. Gets very close to the back. I mean, they're all very close here. But then again, we just see through these last couple turns, it's so hard as he gets right up on the curve, and he actually gets a very good exit here. I'd say this is his best chance he's had yet. He's going to burn all the battery. But it's not going to be enough. It's funny how last game we said that we all were sick of DRS strengths, but it still happens. It still happens here. Especially tracks like this with a lot of dirty air and not a lot of DRS zones. It's hard to overtake, but is Kahoot going to go down the inside? He'll sit there for another lap. So no one yet to pit except Unique and Little Flab, so I think have had wing changes. Just go back on board with Kahoot, which is the same story. Lap after lap, coming up the hill he gets close. But how close can he stay through the fast rides? And he's it's Jerobot pits. Jerobot's one of the first at the front. Oh, and that sent Kahoot a little wide. I think Jerobot pitting has just thrown Kahoot off a bit there, and he's gonna get gobbled up by Brandy. As Jerobot pits, what will he pit for? He's on the meds. Is he going for the 1-stop? Is he going for the 2-stop? Hard, so he can maybe make the 1-stop work. As Combo Ollie also comes in now, and he is going for another set of meds, so he's definitely committing to the 2-stop, but Jerobot leaves his options open with a 1-stop. Not much going on. We got D2S Edge looking on Birdie. I'd say his hards are feeling probably a lot better than the meds are. Probably has quite a bit more pace in that car at the moment. This is top 5. Now just out of DRS range. As Randy pits. So does Pep. Will anyone else come in behind? No, so let's see how big Jerobot's undercut is here on Brandy. Brandy also goes under the hard, so he can potentially do a 1-stop as well. And Brandy's going to come out ahead. So not sure, maybe Jerobot had a slow out lap, but he's going to have the warmer tyres, so let's see what he can do. Oh, so we've just caught the edge of a battle there, Birdie and Reaper. There's Reaper locking the rears there going into that turn. But he'll come through on Birdie, who I'd say Birdie's meds be pretty much finished. As one of these guys pitting, Giorgio goes through, Arthur goes through, Pinju's gonna pit. Pinju's gonna be pitting with Cruz, Kahoot, they're all coming in, Damo, oh, and that's interesting, will they be double stacking the McLarens? Are they talking to each other? They must not be, because that is unfortunate for Damo, and Kahoot has kind of just glitched, disappeared there. So let's now see, and they're all gonna come out just ahead of Brandy. Yes, they are, except Kahoot didn't get out ahead of Brandy, but he has got out ahead of Jerobot. So Pinju, I wonder how far ahead of Giorgio he's going to come out, because he's got a nice little 4-second buffer between him and Birdie. He's not going to get into any traffic. Surely these guys up at the front have got a pit now. They're just going to start to lose so much time. And Giorgio will come in. Arthur will surely follow him, and as will Zucker. Cross Eyes, he's going to have to stay out again. Oh no, yep, he's realised his teammate's in the box, and he's going to stay out again. And Arthur's got a 10 sec for speeding in the box. That is so frustrating. He was having such a good race. What a shame. What a shame. As, let's see. And Pidgey's going to come out. Oh, or is he? Or is he? We're going to have a battle into turn 1 here. And he has. So Pinju undercuts Giorgio. That 1 lap earlier stop has given him back the lead. So Brandy undercutting but by an extra lap or 2 on some of the guys ahead. Gained him a couple of places. So I reckon we're now surely going to see the top 3 come into the box. Cross eyes, pits. Logjet stays out. Logjet stays out. Not quite sure why. Birdie, Lime Soda both pit. Maybe that was why, because he couldn't pit on the same lap as his teammate. Back up at the net race lead. Pinju, Giorgio, Arthur, Brandy, Cruz, Suka, Gohoot, Terabot. They're all... It's pretty much status quo as it was in the first stint. So we see Panache and now Damo getting through on Unique. Pressure rubber there. Obviously Unique had the incident at the start to change his wing. He's been on those hards since lap 1. It'll be probably interesting here when Pidgey catches Reaper. I don't know when Reaper would be looking to pit. He'd probably want to be doing 20 laps. But if you're someone like Jerabot, can you get those hards to the end? As Wogjet finally pits. Can you get those 4 lap old tyres another 16 laps, if my maths is correct. As yeah, we're not far off this front pack. Not far off this front pack, catching up some of the guys on the used hard, so it's good. Thanks for that, Chevy. Remove that from your screen. So yeah, we're not far from these guys catching up. I reckon that's going to cause a bit of chaos, depending on how hard they want to battle here. And we've got Combo looking for a way past Unique here. Fresh meds versus used hards. And he's going to look down the inside, but thinks better of it. We're actually just going to go back up the front now because Pinju's finally caught the back and he's up the front, and Reaper's going to go for a move down the inside on edge and he'll take the lead. Oh, and they've hit. Slight tap, but this is where it's going to get interesting as we've got Pinju now joining the battle and getting held up, which gives Mini Giorgio an opportunity to come up the inside. Oh, and Pinju, was that an end plate? Might have been. He's hit edge out of the way. Pinju just maybe not giving enough room there to Giorgio. Did he lose an end plate? Did someone lose an end plate? Maybe I'm seeing stuff. If you're Pinju, you're wanting to get past Reaper ASAP. As oof. Randy massively overshoots his brakes there and almost goes into the back of Arthur. But he gets through an edge who is just... Oh, and Cruz. Wow. Wow. Oh, and they're 3 wide here. No, that's insane. As Cruz has just been unlucky there. With edge getting in the way. And Pinju's gotten past Reaper. Giorgio's going to come straight past through too. And Arthur almost goes for a move through up the inside. That could have been curtains for both of them probably. That are connected. And Reaper's had a moment. Not sure what happened. But there was an incident there. And we're pretty much back where we were after the first stint. So Pinju, Mini Giorgio, Arthur. Arthur does have that sensor hanging over his head. He'll have to serve that, and based on the positions currently, he'll drop back quite a ways down. He'll drop back to P10 currently, but I don't think it'll stay like this. I think we'll start to see the field spread out a bit. Now Kahoot, he's on the comeback drive. He is on the comeback drive, up 9 spots. We know Kahoot is the GOAT of the Positions Gained Award, otherwise known as the Shittest Qualifier of the Year Award. And he's showing us again why today. He's going to look up the insiders, look at the here. He's not even going to bother. He's not even going to bother to defend. Because the Hoot train is coming through. 2 seconds up the road is Brandy. Let's see what he can do. As Reaper's going to pit, so he'll bolt on a fresh set of meds for about 13 laps. And he'll probably have a lot more pace than the guys around him, but unfortunately due to that spin, he is a long way off the field as Edge is starting to make moves now after getting on his fresh rubber. Let's get back on the field. We've got Kahoot. Kahoot charging, 1.6 seconds. Brandy's also charging. I think in another couple laps we're going to see this top 5 all compress down again. As Pep puts in the quickest lap, 1:15.5 on a fresh set of med boots. So Brandy getting pretty close. Zucker also gets close to Kahoot. And this is a bit of position swapping. This Kahoot, he's having a sniff. And these little battles are just losing them a bit of time. And Birdie gets a 3 sec. But it's just pushed him back out to about a 2 second gap to the front 3. Who are Kahoot, Mini Giorgio and Arthur. As Unique Throne smashes the best lap of the race. He's in the 1:14.8 after he's stopped for his fresh meds. So Mini Giorgio and Binju, it's as they were in the first stint. Is he going to go for a move here? He's burning. I think he's going to be looking at... Oh, as Pinju aggressively defends to the inside, well within his right. He's going to force Mini Giorgio around the outside. They touch. And they're still side by side going through turn 3. And I don't think it's possible to get a run around the outside. So Pinju will retain the lead. That's a good bit of defending. There's Arthur again having a look as Unique gets pen and D2S Edge gets through on Wogjet, as does Easy Reaper on Little Flavs. Some of these drivers on the meds who went the hards of the first stint are going to try their best to make up as many positions as they can. As Brandy has now caught the back of these 3 at the front. Or he was already there probably. Zucker's closing in a bit with Kahoot. If they just stop battling those two, I reckon they'll be on the back of these guys in a couple laps. But again, Mini Giorgio here, he's close. He's taking a bit of an inside line, maybe trying to get out of the dirty air. And he's again going to have to go around the outside. And he easily gets it done as Arthur looks for a move up the inside of Pinju, but doesn't quite have enough speed to get himself in there. As Combo pits again for his 2-stop. Oh, is Brandy having a look there on Arthur? Kahoot again gets past Zucker, but again the battling is not helping. There's still 2 seconds adrift to this top 4. I think Brandy's got the pace to win this race. He can get past Arthur. But it does make it really hard to pass. As long as you're in DRS to the car ahead and you've got the battery, it's very hard to pass unless you're running super low wing. Just going on board with Cruz, who's cruised up to the back of Zuka and Kahoot. As these front couple just spread out just a little bit. And it looks like Kahoot's gonna stay ahead, so this is the chance to start to catch. Oh, as Brandy's gotten through on Arthur. I didn't think that was a move to be made there, but maybe Arthur's got a little bit mixed up in his braking zone there, gone a bit wide, and that has brought Kahoot into DRS, which is crucial for his race now. And Brandy's straight on the back of Pidgey here, so looks like he's got the pace out of these 3. I think Mini Giorgio's just sensed that he's coming and has started to put the foot down. Because Kahoot's coming too, and Kahoot's going through on Arthur as well. So Arthur's just lost a bit of pace here. Is it the tyres? Oh, he's missing an end plate. Yeah, he's missing an end plate. So his race just going from bad to worse there. First the 10-second penalty, now the missing end plate. But Kahoot's just outside DRS. Oh, and there we go. 3 second can happen. And Arthur's going to pit to fix that wing. And he'll be serving a 10 sec there as well, so this is going to be a bit of pain for Arthur. And he's retired. Unfortunate. But that is... get out of POV? Yeah, sure. Broadcast. So it looks like Mini Giorgio's just broken the DRS now for Pinju. So does he have the pace to take it all the way? His last few laps would suggest that he does. And Brandy right on the back of Pinju, so I think he needs to get past ASAP if he wants to try take this win. Without DRS, Pinju could be a sitting duck. I reckon he is. Down the inside. And Brandy's been released to go after the leaders. The leader. As Cross-Eyes and Panache has had a spin there. And that's going to lose him quite a few positions, unfortunately. As Kahoot, Cruz, and Zukazu all battling over that P4. Unfortunately, with Kahoot's 3 second, I don't know if he's going to be able to salvage a top 6 here, but he will try. As Mini Giorgio has checked out. Yeah, 1.5 ahead. 7 laps to go. It just seems like he's got a little bit more pace. And he's got a couple laps tyre advantage on Brandy. Whether that's enough to make much difference. But Kahoot now has joined the party. As Pinju looks to send it up the inside of Brandy. Doesn't quite. Oh, and he's had a big moment there. A big moment. That's let Kahoot through. And it's let Zucker through and Cruz through. So just a bit unfortunate there for Pinju. Thought he'd make the move on Brandy and then just got a little bit hot on the exit there. That's sometimes what can happen. Go for a move and lose out to the guys behind. It's a bit of a jeopardy. It's Kahoot now right up the back of Brandy. Would love to think what he could have done without his 3 sec. Could anyone catch Mini Giorgio today? As I do also realise we've not had, pretty sure we haven't even had a virtual or a full safety car. So I wonder how the lads are going on fuel, if anyone needs to save. As Kahoot is going to get the move done on Brandy. Pretty simple stuff there. He's now got a 2.5 second gap. Or a 3 second gap, unfortunately, now for him on Mini Giorgio. Too many Giorgio, so 5 laps. Gonna be really difficult for him. So we're looking at the podium battle now being Brandy, Zukazu, Cruz, and Pinju's still there. He had his moment. He's still there. Yeah, the sandbags are definitely off. Skillsy's sandbagging system. Does he get moved up to tier 2? Nah, surely not. Surely not. But he is really extending now. Extending in a big way. If you've got any close battles down the field, Wogjet or the Scuderia. Trying to close in on Reaper. He's probably actually just gone through on him. So we've got this P2 to P6 battle. Yeah, you're right, Donut. A bit of battling for P2. Mini Giorgio can just have a party out in front while these guys squabble. Everything has settled down a little bit. And we've got a yellow flag. I think that might have just been a little off-track adventure for someone, nothing major. It's Brandy. Is he going to have a look at Kahoot? Not enough speed, not enough straight. And he's potentially just going to bide his time. He knows P1's out of reach. And Kahoot has a 3 second, so he's just got to bring it home. Collect a P2 for the pennies. Do any of these other drivers want to get involved? Does Cruz want to make a late dash for the podium? I think if it stays like this as well, Pinju will likely finish ahead of Kahoot and extend his championship lead. only probably by a few points, but a few points is better than no points. Cruz has just dropped back a little bit. Maybe had a bit of a moment coming into the back straight. Got Zukazu and Randy both about the same distance away from each other, so I don't think we're going to see any moves yet. It's Mini Giorgio now, 4 seconds ahead. Randy, who's still battling. So it is interesting, most of these drivers comfortably, well, I don't want to say comfortably, but most of these drivers making the one-stop work pretty easily. Only people who had wing changes went for the two-stopper. I think Jerabot probably starting to just lose a little bit of pace as he went a little bit earlier than the other guys. Couple laps. So 2 laps to go here. Pinju maybe just starting to struggle a little bit, trying to hold onto the back of these guys. He's got DRS again though, so he's all good. But yeah, as I said, Brandy doesn't really need to make a move on Kahoot. He can just sit behind. And as long as Zuka doesn't pressure him too much, he'll be in for a podium. Back through the field here. Wogjet getting close, but not close enough on Easy Reaper. Unique Throne trying to get past Birdie for the final points paying position. Keep an eye on that one. We'll go back up the front now. I feel if you're Zuka or Cruz or Pinju, you've got one more chance to move up a position. As Brandy's close to Kahoot, I think he's going to make a move here. I think he's going to do it. Try put a penalty car in between him and Zukazu. But not quite enough top speed there to get through it. A little wide into turn 1, but he keeps it tidy enough. And this top 5 are going to hold position here. As I think I missed Cross-Eye getting past Jerabot. Jerabot just starting to lose a little bit of the grip in his tyres, but still coming home for a respectable P8, and we've got a yellow flag. Easy Reaper's had an off, potentially a collision with Wogjet, but didn't quite see it. As we go back to Mini Giorgio, who has been pretty dominant today, I'd say. Up from tier 4 to tier 3. He qualified up there and he pretty much had control of the race the whole time. Mini Giorgio comes through to win the tier 3 Spanish Grand Prix. Left Brandy in second, Zucker in third, Cruz fourth. Good race from him. Kahoot, massive recovery, and he'll finish ahead of his championship rival Pinju. He'll close the gap a bit. And that's a battle that'll keep going all the way till the end of the season, I think. Cross-Eyes, P7, bit of an anonymous race, but I think he's done quite well there. Jerabot in 8th, defeated Damo Knight, Lime Soda, Edge, Wogjet, Reaper, probably not his day today. Panache, Unique, unfortunate with a bit of wing damage at the start of the race from birdie combo and the 2 kick salvers bringing up the rear. But what a race from Mini Giorgio. Ended up 5 seconds ahead of that pack, albeit probably helped by a bit of battling, but does seem like he was undoubtedly the quickest guy today. And I reckon he would have won Tier 4 by probably 20 seconds had he still been there, so thank God he got moved up. As Unique snagged the fastest lap, Edge driver of the day and most overtakes, and Wogjet gets the cleanest driver award. So there are your final finishing positions. Let's have a look if we can have a chat to some of these drivers. So we stand by, see if we can get these guys in. I don't know if I have any of them on Xbox. Actually, I can just invite them this way. Yeah. Mini Giorgio's not on. Who else we got? Zukazoo. Alrighty, Zuka. I don't think we're going to get any of these other boys in. So, well done on your P3. Looks like you had good pace out there.
That was tough.
Yeah, it was a tough race, was it? Yeah, take us through it. How'd you get through that one?
So I wasn't expecting to do quite good in quali, and then ended up dropping down a few places. I was like, okay, we're going to be fighting for positions a lot. But yeah, no, that was really tough. That was really tough, especially to keep Nemesis back, but then also try and fight forward. So there was no time to relax during the race.
Yeah, definitely could tell that. It seemed like the top 5, 6 guys were like constantly in a battle, and like
Yep.
it seems like it's a hard track to overtake on, because as soon as you can get close to someone, the final turn, it's so hard to stay close. So do you
Yeah, the
think that there was,
dirty air is really a big factor around
yeah,
Spain.
did you think there was any chance that you could have potentially moved up potentially battled for P2, or do you reckon that was your
I
max?
could, but for P3, I thought instead of battling, who was in front?
Yeah,
Who came second? I didn't want to lose time to who had the time pen.
yeah.
So
Dynasty Sparrow was in second, and I think he
yeah,
was doing the same thing. He was just sitting behind Kahoot because he
yeah,
knew that he had his 3 sec and that you guys would jump up. So
yeah. So that's the last thing I wanted to do was battle for a possible P2, but then lose out due to time loss.
yeah, exactly. Play the long game. It's a long
Yeah,
championship, and you are up there. You're fighting for the championship, so
yeah. I
this
mean, it was a
is going to be good.
good result after last week's mystery round where I didn't feel too good. So
Yeah, it's tough, that old mystery round. You can't really practice as much as you'd want to, but you bounce back here in Spain, and obviously next week we go to Saudi Arabia, which is it's a pretty
oh,
tough track, at least for
lovely.
me. How you find it?
Uh, sure.
Doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't fill me with confidence that you're gonna have a great race,
No,
but
well, I enjoy it, but I also don't. I don't
yeah,
enjoy turn four. Let's say that.
turn four, yeah, that is a really difficult. That whole first sector really is difficult.
Yeah.
And in the dirty air, it's gonna probably be even harder this year. So, but
Can't wait.
yeah, well done on your
Appreciate
P3
it, man.
tonight, mate. Well driven.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, unfortunately, the other two are on PC or PS or something, and I am an Xbox schmuck, so I can only talk to my fellow Xbox lads. So
The
we are
best.
gonna the best, yeah, the best. But we are gonna leave it at that tonight. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Next up, we'll be seeing Tier 2 race around Spain for their race on Tuesday night. So we'll catch you then. Have a good one.